Okay, so I thought that I would do a video just kind of giving you a little backstory of who I am before um, starting my new series of videos. Sometimes I guess it helps to get an understanding as to who a person is. So let's see, just a little bit, and this is going to be general stuff. Anything more, you'll get from watching videos, but let's see. All right, so I'll start with career. First, I am a registered nurse. I have been a nurse for over 20 years now. Yeah, I have worked in different areas, so I feel like I have a lot of knowledge and relation. He's learned to push the door open. So I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable when it comes to certain areas of nursing. Let's see. I have worked in, and I did nursing videos before, and I've kind of shared a little bit about areas in which I've worked, but just to kind of give you a refresher, I guess. And then, of course, not many people watch those videos. So, well, no, I can't say that. I think those got pretty good views. But let's see. And I've been on YouTube for inconsistently 7 years. So, and I say that to say, I think most people that get on YouTube, a lot of times they start out kind of playing around with it. And some people get serious and some people don't. For myself, I didn't get as serious as I would have liked to, because my channel may have been further along by now. I've always liked the idea of YouTube becoming another stream of income for me, but I have always been just so caught up in life and my own career, because you don't think about, for me it's a lot. I mean, I commend those folks who get on YouTube and who are able to work full-time, come home and film and edit and all that. I commend those folks, honey, because y'all excuse my scarf. I've had it forever. But and this is the week of Thanksgiving, so you know what that means. You get up and you do what you do, getting prepped for the holiday, because I'm off. So excuse me. So I've been on here inconsistently for 7 years. And I found that out by going back and scrolling through my channel to see, my oldest video, because I was like, dang, I didn't even realize it had been that long. So I have spent 7 years on and off uploading to YouTube, and now I am hoping that I can be more consistent and just see where this goes. I'm just as they say, spitting in the wind, see what happens, So I'm going to try to be more consistent and post this time. Y'all, excuse me. I need some water, but I don't feel like walking in right now to get it. I got some coffee sitting here, but coffee kind of dries you up a little bit. But so I've not taken it serious enough to post consistently, and I want to get to a point to where I am posting. Let me drink something, because that might get a little annoying for y'all to keep hearing me clear my throat. So yeah, I didn't take it serious enough to post consistently. Oh, my throat was dry. And I didn't want to get back on here again and do the same thing. So I figured this time prepare yourself if this is what you want to do. And so that's what I've been doing. I'm going to post this video first because I figure that may at least determine whether or not you want to, you know, continue to watch or whatever. But I am going to, I do have like an arsenal of videos. So once this one comes out, then I should be able, Lord willing, to stay consistent and post to those of my folks who've been watching for on and off for years or whatever. Because I don't know if you have or not, because I never really looked at like those things to see, you know. So I don't know if I have anyone that's been watching, you know, since I started posting. I hope I do, but I don't know that I do. So I am going to start, you know, put this video up, and after that you should start seeing regular videos. And I'm going to be sharing my life, just a little, you know, a little bit of my life. I garden now. I have been for years, but now I'm in a position to where I can do it more comfortably, because where we were living before, it was very difficult to do it. And I think I go into that on one of my gardening videos, but it was difficult to do it. So I now can, you know, do it. And I'm just getting started out because it took a lot to get the ground prepped, the yard prepped, because this is a new build that we moved into. So everything was, you know, was was new basically, including the yard, you know. So it's still, we still have to level the yard out. Not bad, like there's just areas that we're gonna have to put some dirt to fill in, like little dips in the yard. And you can tell that this was pretty much a forest, because the stuff that's growing is like stuff that's like, what in the world is this? You know, but it's nice to see, you know, nature. You know, this was the woods. So yeah, so just getting the ground prepped and all that stuff. I've been doing that, so hopefully by this spring the garden should really be able to flourish. So yeah. But yeah, so outside of being a nurse, I'm a mom. I have three biological children and 2 stepchildren. So 5 total children. I have, my daughter has 1 child, so I have a granddaughter. And I don't foresee any more grandchildren in the near future, because my granddaughter's like 9, so I don't foresee any more anytime soon. So I am kind of grateful for that, because, you know, grandparents, you know, I feel like I'm still young, kind of, you know, and so I want to be able to be that good grandparent. And so I feel like, you know, give me a little more time to get there. You know, I feel like I'm good, but my daughter, she don't ever want a babysitter, so I don't, you know, have to know. I don't know what that experience is like, I guess I say. I don't really know what it's like to say that I got to keep my grandbaby, you know, every weekend or anything like that. You know, her and her fiance, they have taken care of their daughter, you know, and so for me to say that I'm ready for grandbabies and stuff, that is not, you know, I would be lying, because I don't think that I'm ready to be like that grandma that you see, the stereotypical grandmother, I guess you would say. I don't know. I don't think I'm at that stage yet, you know. But yeah, because my kids still, they act young if they ain't young, like my youngest ones. Because I have 2 girls and a boy. The boy is in the middle. by my biologicals that I guess I would talk more about because they're they always with me. You know what I'm saying? So okay, sorry, I was trying to hear what that was. And then I think he needs to go out. So let's pick this up in a second. Okay, so we'll just pick it up with me walking. So, so my son, my husband's youngest, is just now going to college. So he's not worried about any babies. The oldest I don't really see, but he does have, I think, two children. And he is with his children's mother as well. So that is how that part of our life is. Okay, we have a a 1-year-old Shih Tzu who's Tyler. So you'll see him in some videos. Let's see what else. We've just moved, so you'll get to see those videos because those are really the ones that I spent a lot of time recording. I did share with you guys our journey as far as moving and my unpacking in your 50s. Well, I'm early 50s, but I'm 50. And and so, because I'll be 52 my birthday, right? Yeah, I'll be 52 my birthday. So, yeah, moving at that age, yes, was a lot. But we did it, you know, because we had been in our previous place for, goodness, what, about 12 or 13 years? We had been there a long time. So, not 12 or 13 years. That might be saying too much. We were there 11 years. We were there 11 years. So our previous place, we were there 11 years, and that was kind of, you know, the early stages. We went through the early stages of our relationship there. We went through getting married there, you know. He and I, this was my second marriage, his first. And yeah, so it was a lot. You know, it took a lot. We went through a lot. When I tell y'all, we went through a lot to be where we are now. A lot. A lot. Oh God, a lot. But we stayed together. We stuck it out. And so I can't be mad about anything because I chose to stay with my husband. He chose to stay with me. So therefore you can't have any regrets that, you know, you this is what you chose. So we've been making it do what we do, what it do, you know. And so that's something else. I left my lid. So that's something else that I would like to share, like in future videos. Maybe have some heart-to-heart talk with my ladies over 50, or ladies just in general. You know, I can speak to you as your auntie, you know, your big sister, whatever. But it's just to share, you know, experiences. And I feel like, you know, I've experienced a lot. Even from my youth. Like, like, honey, my brother told me when he got out of the military, he came home, I think I was like, because I didn't have my daughter yet when he came home. So I think I was either 19 or 20, because I had her, I was 20. Was I 21 or 22? I think I had her, I was 22. I got pregnant, I was 21. my oldest daughter. And so when I had before I had her, hey, hey, I can tell y'all some stuff. My brother came home, he was like, man, you could write a book about your life. He said you probably have done more than half the girls your age. You know, I had, yes. Yes, yes. Um and not, I don't mean that in a negative way or nothing like that. I just mean, well, I guess, I mean, my lifestyle wasn't positive. I will say that it wasn't positive, and it wasn't always good. But I did a lot of fun, excitement, did a lot of crazy stuff. You know, thank God I'm still here. He kept me here for some reason. I'm hoping, you know, that I'm fulfilling, you know, his hope, his dream or expectation for me. But yeah, your girl has did a lot. Did some crazy stuff. Had some good girls around me, some good friends. You know, we used to have a good time. You know, everybody has grown up and kind of went their separate ways, but there's no love lost. And you know, yeah. So yeah, I'll share some of those stories too, because I got a lot of stuff. Um, got some deep stuff too that I can share. Maybe offer some advice or something to young girls that may have experienced the same thing, if you know what I'm talking about. Um, we can have some conversations about that. Maybe help some parents out here, you know. um, let's see what else. It's gonna be a lot on this channel, honey. Y'all stick around for the ride. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time. I love to eat. I have to do better. You know, I have to monitor what I eat because I'm older now, and I have to be mindful, you know, that I can't be out here wilding like I used to, as far as eating what you want to and not getting your rest and not oh excuse me, not doing this, that, you know. You got to make sure you're doing, you know, right by your body, especially as you get older. So I am doing that, trying to eat better, but I love to eat, so I do want you guys to know that you will be seeing some food. I used to, when I first started out, I was doing hair and mukbangs, I think. I know, right? And at that time they were saying that you needed a niche and something you stick with. Well, mukbangs, I could already know was not going to be something I could stick with, because I didn't like eating like all the, you know, you have to have so much food, you have to look so, you know, everything has to be great, and I ain't about to be lying. Now if it ain't good and I ain't liking it, I'm gonna tell you. And a lot of people don't like that in those type of videos and stuff. So that wasn't really my thing to do all the time. Let's see. And then cook, you know, having, it was just a lot. Going out to eat, that was never really a thing when I was younger, yeah. But as I got older and started learning about what was in that foods at certain places and all this, that, and the other stuff, giving you all this weight gain and stuff, unhealthy, all that, it just made me not want to do mukbang. So I will still do some when it's something I want to eat or something I want to try. You may catch a mukbang on this channel, but it won't be a channel dedicated to that. I wanted to do natural hair, but natural hair was just so, it had become such a thing and such a, you know, everybody can do something to their hair. I mean, majority of us can do something to our hair. So it became really saturated and competitive, and I wasn't doing mine for that reason. I was just sharing what I was doing with my hair. So I still may share some of that sometime, but for the most part, you know, it's not going to be a channel dedicated to that. And so that was my thing. I didn't want the niche because I was like, I'm not that, I'm just on here just to share my life, my story, just to, it wasn't, for me, it wasn't about that. Um, so what was next? Travel. We love to travel. So we used to go somewhere pretty regular, but we slowed down, but we're about ready to pick it back up. So we do like to travel. So you may see some traveling. I got old videos on here where I took some trips and shared it, on the channel. What else? Because if you go back in my little archives, you can see I've been to, we went to New Orleans, we went to, I think Beaufort's on here. What else is on there? Atlanta, Arkansas. My husband was working out west, and I went out there to visit him. So I documented one time I went out there. I went out to Tennessee when he was out there, documented, a trip out there. So I documented some of the trips that I've taken, whether it was him for work or just he and I going on trips together. So yeah, so we did that. I mean, I got those on here. So yeah, I mean, I like to do a lot of stuff. I like to cook. Yeah, my channel started out early cooking as well, and I enjoy cooking. I still do, and you will see probably a lot more cooking than anything. It'll be probably a combination of cooking and just like vlogs or stuff like that. Cleaning videos, I'll do some of those. I never thought that was a thing, but since it is, I'm like, hey, y'all can watch me clean because your girl like to clean. I mean, I ain't gonna say I like to clean, but I'm always clean. What else? I don't know, just stuff, just life. I'll be sharing stuff. And I may spin off, if it starts doing well, I may spin off and separate stuff onto different channels if it will make it easier. But for now, we're just going to keep everything here. And from what I gather from YouTube now, it doesn't matter now. Like now, it's okay to have a bunch of stuff going on one channel. So it's just my life. It's my life over 50. Married life over 50. I guess that's something different, but let's see, what else can I say? So growing up, I've lived everywhere. Let me stop. The East Coast is my home. I've lived New Jersey, Maryland, and I'll just tell y'all the places. We lived in Newark, New Jersey. I've lived in Suitland, Maryland, North Carolina, all over the place, South Carolina, Chester, and that's it for South Carolina, I think. Outside, yeah, I think that's the only place we lived in South Carolina was Chester. North Carolina, I've lived in, I don't know if I should tell you because North Carolina kind of small. I don't want y'all. I lived in the Charlotte area, and I've also lived in the Triad area, which would be like Greensboro, Winston, High Point. I lived in that area. And I lived in Florida. I've lived in Georgia, Florida, Orlando, Anapopka, Georgia. I stayed with my uncle there for a while, him and his family. And that was Hinesville, one of those. I can't remember. It's where the military base was at. And then where else have I lived? I think that's it. I think that's it. So yeah, I have lived all over the freaking place. So, and then that's not, including traveling those places. I used to, you know, go up to New Jersey about every day on weekend after I graduated high school. Um, Going up to New York, like we used to do it. Um, Florida, that was just a young girl venturing out from home and went to Florida. And Lord, that was an experience. um, let's see. My sister moved to Georgia, to Atlanta, when she was younger. And so I used to go to Atlanta a lot. Not necessarily to see her, because I was going to Atlanta before. We used to go to Freaknik. We used to go to Freaknik. I think we probably been about three or four times. Back in the 90s. um, we used to go to the Black Bike Week in Myrtle Beach. Like, that was our thing. I can't even count how many times I've been to that. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I've did a lot. I've did a lot. Okay, now back to nursing. What areas I've worked in, just so y'all can kind of know your girl. Know a little bit, a little bit. I went. Let's see, I worked for Sanger Heart and Vascular Clinic. As a EP nurse and also as a triage nurse. And that, if you know, you know, I was on top of my game then. I probably was on top of my game then. You had to be. You was working with a world-renowned cardiology service. They are world-renowned. Sanger Heart and Vascular. So I was very proud to work for them. So I've been a cardiac. I started out as a cardiac ICU nurse. So that was my foundation. I started out working at ICU. Then I went into cardiac ICU. Stayed in that for years, and then went into telemetry as a. That was my first leadership position. I did like unit coordinator for a while on that. I did nursing home supervisors. I tried a DON position one time, honey. I don't even put that on my resume because that wasn't even worth it. It was a disaster. Let's see. What else have I did? I've worked in clinics. I've worked like care management, case management type thing. I did that. Working in the hospital, telemetry, ICU, CCU, told you that. I worked at the hospital in our area that when they first brought on board cardiac procedures, interventional cardiology. I was a nurse on staff there in the critical care unit who was able to, we were the first nurses to operate the balloon pumps and, get patients back who had just been stented. And we went to the main hospital in Charlotte to get our training on taking care of stents, just all of it. It was amazing. Like that was probably one of the most other amazing aspects of my career. I thought that was pretty cool. So I did a lot of stuff, like being a part of emergencies was nothing. I used to get a rush out of that kind of stuff. You hear code blue, honey, I'm the nurse in CCU bagging up, ready to go. Like, you want? I got it. Until I got burnt out. And I got burnt out after losing patients that, you start to care for, you see them so regular coming in and out. And then you lose them, and it's kind of like, and then just the amount of death, being on the unit, and you have a deceased person, waiting to be picked up, or you're waiting to figure out if anyone's gonna claim the body, or it just became very morbid, and so I just kind of had to fall back from that, and so that's when telemetry became my thing. So I did telemetry for a while. Never did med surge except when I was traveling and I would get floated to a med surge unit. Yeah, so that's really been me as cardiac nurse or ICU. I did traveling for on and off for years. I'm probably missing something, but yeah, that's kind of me in a nutshell there. And so I would definitely love for you guys to hang out with me. See where this channel goes. Now I make products as my little side gig. I make right now I've delved into soap making, and so I'm getting ready to start showcasing my soaps. I've been making like hand creams and body scrubs. I'm about to run out of time, so I'm looking at that and I'm losing my train of thought. Lipsticks, lip glosses, lip scrubs, what else, bath bombs. I make a lot of stuff, so you'll see that as well. And I've got a lot of things that I kind of trying to mess around in just to see where it takes me, because while I love nursing, I'm just not knowing, like, if this job that I have now, if it doesn't work out, I don't know that I'm gonna stay in nursing. Not as like a going to someone, not in a traditional way. If I do it, I would consider more non-traditional, maybe being a consultant or something like that. But as far as just being on someone's payroll again, I don't know that I'm gonna do that unless something happens and I absolutely have to, which God knows I hope that doesn't happen. But I'm just yeah, I'm kind of over it now, and we'll talk about that at some point. But it's just getting to the point to where it's all it's about numbers and money and that type of thing, and I'm kind of over that. It's like I didn't come in it for that, and over the years it's become exhausting and stressful, and I never wanted my nursing career to become that. I don't want to go further into it, because even the people that I hear that are further into it, they're not happy. So I don't care to get in debt to further my education in nursing, to find that it wasn't worth it. So that's kind of where I am. I don't have the desire. The desire is not strong enough for me to do it. I'll say it that way. I would go back to traveling and selling my products before I consider doing that again. So that's where we are. But yeah, I'll share all that with you guys. It's time, in future videos. But I hope you guys stay around. Find something that you may enjoy. You may not like all the videos that I post, but at least maybe some of them you may enjoy, and you can share the ones that you don't really care for with somebody you think might like it. So anyway, thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do so. I mean, it's free. You're just supporting a sister out. I'm stop. And then what else? They say hit the notification bell if you want to know when I post or when I, have something uploaded, so that you're alerted and you can go on and click on it and see what I'm doing. All right. Okay, so y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna start pumping them out. I'm gonna put them on a schedule, and y'all will just start getting videos. And yeah, but I will do a holiday video, so you will get that as well. That'll probably come in the midst of all the others. Okay. All right, so we're running out of time, so I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for listening. Yeah. If you stayed all the way to the end, let me know by putting a heart or something at the end. I don't know. All right, bye.